Previously on the Honeycut Crew.
We are leaving Bozeman today. We're headed to Missoula, Montana. We're going to stay at a Harvest Host location for two nights. Wait, what's the dish situation here?
The dish situation is that nobody else does dishes but me.
One of the most important things on our checklist before we leave a place is to put these slides in. You don't want to drive down the road with these bad boys out. Moving out, boys and girls.
Oh yeah.
Since today is a travel day, that means most of the time for us that it's also dump day. So we're making a quick pit stop, dump the tanks, fill up with water. I think I mentioned earlier that we are headed to a Harvest Host and realized that a lot of you guys may not even realize what that is, but Ashley, tell us about Harvest Host.
Harvest Host is super cool. It's where farms and wineries and breweries and distilleries and golf courses invite RVers in to park on their space.
Yeah, it's like an online network for
boondockers.
RVers.
Most of the time it's boondocking. You don't have hookups or anything, but and it's free. Like, you don't pay the person once you get there, but they do ask that you patron there. And the membership is $79 a year, so it's a really good deal. It's like 2 or 3 nights at an RV park. So it's definitely worth the money, and I think we're gonna have an awesome experience.
Yeah, this is our first one. We've tried a couple different times to stay at a Harvest Host location, but just didn't work out. Weather got crazy, and our routing just messed up. Also, funny little story, I wrote a song for Harvest Host.
You did.
Before that, I wrote a song for one of the big channels that kind of inspired us to start this RV living lifestyle deal. A channel's called Keep Your Daydream. I just wrote a song for them. Here's a little snippet.
I'm singing Keep Your Daydream. Are you down with KYD? Keep your daydream. Are you down with KYD? Life is a grand design, so I don't wanna waste no time making freaking sweet memories. That's why I'm singing Keep Your Daydream.
Then they aired that in a video, which was really cool. And Joel from Harvest Host watched that video, heard the song, reached out and said, hey, do you want to write a song for Harvest Host? And I said, hey, yes. So here's a snippet of that one.
Oh, wake up to wonder at Harvest Host. Whoa, savor the moments that mean the most. The places you'll see, the people you'll meet. What a beautiful life it can be. So wake up to wonder at Harvest.
Again, what a cool community Harvest Host is providing for the RV peeps like us. So let's go.
Let's go. Now what happens?
Gotta level it up.
Oh, hello, little mister. What is your name?
We made it to 10 Spoons Winery in Missoula, Montana. And I'm a sucker for alliteration, so I think this might be my favorite place. They do have live music over there as we pulled in, so we got here a little bit later than we thought we would. But they also have live music tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get to hang out and chill and just have a good night tomorrow. And I might even sneak in an early set if she lets me, if I pass an audition or something. I woke up early to try to get a time lapse and fly the drone at sunrise, and I just walked out the door to all those deer. Good morning, guys. Mama clipping your fingernails.
He likes it, don't you?
Why are you so pretty?
I don't feel very pretty.
You look pretty.
My head's
you might
killing
not
me. I
feel
have a
good, but
terrible
you
headache.
look pretty.
Thank you.
One of the many perks parking at the beautiful winery and vineyard is when we want to go for dinner and to hang out and just chill. Just leave our house behind and we walk across the field. You just wanted to point, didn't you? Point. Ooh, what you got, babe?
It's a flight.
A flight.
Flight.
What does that mean?
Samples. This is our flight of wine. So the way they do it, they have about 20 different wines you can choose from, and the girls that are in there know what they're doing, so they can help you pick based on what your preferences are.
So hopefully Ashley told them, hey, my husband doesn't drink wine and it needs to be really sweet for him to drink
That's
it.
exactly what I said. Well, almost. I said I need the sweetest you got.
Do you have margarita wine?
So what we have is like, it goes from
Like a
sweetest this way. So this is the sweetest. So I would
Sweetest?
start this way. A little less sweet, a little less.
Okay,
little
so
less.
start.
So I was,
We want to get
that-
better
That
towards
way,
the end.
well, that way this doesn't taste as bitter. If you've already drank that, then that will be not as sweet. You know.
Makes sense.
Cherry blossom. Scared. And they have their little logo on there.
Yeah, I think I said it wrong earlier. I said plural 10 spoons, but it's 10 spoon. So, again, just made from, I assume, made
Yeah,
from
all of it's made right
grapes
here.
right over there.
Yep.
All right, so here's our second try. What is this?
This one is
Rosé?
rosé.
Okay, I can do this. Is this the way you're supposed to?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, what does this do? Okay. Down that whole thing.
That was actually, I think that one's a little sweeter.
I would agree.
This one is the Paradise Pear.
Paradise pear. Again, sucker for alliteration. This would be my favorite.
It smells really good too. Stop, I want to try it. Oh yeah, that's good. It's a little bit sour, but good. Like it's sweet and sour. Stop. All right, so if we buy bottles,
Done.
that's
Last one.
sweet talk.
Sweet talk.
I made one of those before.
They're not quantitative in the sense of like the size of the circle
Definitely that one. That's my favorite.
area.
Me too.
I ended up going
I like this one too.
It's got a weird aftertaste.
after all that.
That's sort of an oaky afterbirth. What was that?
Paradise Pear,
Paradise pear. I knew it.
the winner.
PP.
Best name. Best one.
Now we got pizza coming up, right?
Yeah, It's
kind
like,
of pizza did you order?
so they have this big oven thing. I think Ben got some footage of it. It's a big pizza oven, and it's the wood fire, and they cook in like 3 minutes. So I got
Crazy to me.
the red sausage, or sausage red. So it's the
Red.
sausage and then red sauce.
Okay. Okay.
It all sounded good.
This is gonna sound like an exaggeration, but I really think this might be the best pizza I've ever had.
Really?
Here's why. The seasoning on it is really good, but when I was watching them make it back in the back,
Figured out the secret ingredient.
the secret ingredient, he drizzled honey on top of it after it was done. But the honey put it over the top.
The honey made it really good. Yeah.
So good.
So good. Got that nice char.
Didn't really work out for me to set up and play today. Just had some other stuff going on. Working on videos, uploading videos, finding Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna let the pros do it.
Freight train, each car looks the same.
So it's beautiful, and we thank you so much for having us.
Oh, you're sure
It's
welcome.
So cool. This is actually our first time to actually get to stay at a harvest host. We've tried before, and the weather just didn't work out. So this was a great first experience.
Well, it's been a beautiful summer, and you guys got here just at the right time. So
Yeah, and this atmosphere that y'all create is amazing.
Connie and I have spent a lot of years making this place nice, and there was just a sort of a beat up old field with boulders and nasty weeds a long time, 20 years ago, and what you see now is sum total of all the work we put into
that's
it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So are some of the grapevines are 20 years old?
Yes, there are.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome. There's several different types of grapes out there too?
There's about, I'd say there's probably 9 or 10 different varieties out there.
Gotcha.
And we combine some for blended wines,
Gotcha.
and some are standalone varietals. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So how did what made you want to even get into?
We started farming here and doing vegetable farming.
Okay.
And found out we had planted grapevines simultaneously with the vegetables, and found out that the grapevines, we're both over 40 when we started this.
Yeah.
And so we found out that the grapevines were probably a better deal for us, but the industry's changed a lot since we got into it.
Yeah.
So we decided a couple of years ago we were going to go full bore towards the venue.
Yeah.
And we have been in the tasting room part of it for a number of years, but then everybody piled on. The distilleries and the breweries and so forth, and it diminished the business quite a bit because there were so many people in it. But we have an excellent outside venue, and it's lent itself to doing things like Harvest Host and
I'm sure you do weddings too.
oh, we do weddings. Yeah, you bet we do.
I know nothing about grapes, but I know that it gets cold here and it snows a lot in the winter. So how does that work as far as the grapevines
All of
go?
our grapes are northern,
They're northern.
hybrid
Okay,
grapes,
gotcha.
and so
So you don't have to do you cover them or do anything special? Wow.
if they
that's
can't
amazing.
stand on their own, they don't belong
Yes,
here.
they don't. Wow. Well, thank you so much.
Well, it was nice to have you
It's been
here.
amazing.
Yeah,
Y'all
Andy is the master pizza chef from earlier
Oh
too.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, it's very good. We talked earlier, like the honey on top. Is that your?
A little honey,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Little honey goes a
tasted
long
it,
way.
and
What Mary Poppins said, honey
Yeah. Yeah.
sugar makes the medicine go
Yeah.
down.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.